Look, I can't front. I'm trying to be cool. At the same time, trying to hold my stomach in. I feel the bloating from my period coming on, which hasn't started. Possibly by the end of the show. But I feel very comfortable, and I feel very, very loved. I appreciate you all being here today. I really. Now, you know, this is our 6-week sneak peek, and so I want to say a special shout out to my cities that are watching the show on Fox: Detroit, Dallas, New York, and of course Los Angeles. The 6-week sneak peek means 6 weeks. If we're great, we're back. If we're not, which there's no possibility. How you doing, America? All right. Who knows what cottonmouth is? Take note to the people in the audience that know the chief then. That is such a phrase from college. All right, you guys, a couple of things that I did this weekend, finally. One of the things was I saw the Sex and the City movie. We don't really have to spend a lot of time on it. I mean, it was good. I feel really out of the loop because I saw it so late, and it was great, and I saw it by myself, but we don't need another one, right? Another thing I did this weekend was I got home Friday, and you know, I was exhausted from a very busy week last week, and we have a 7-year-old, my husband and I, and he comes running to me, he goes, "Mommy, you working tomorrow?" Because, you know, sometimes there's stuff on the weekends. I said no. He said, "Good, tomorrow's Parents' Day at camp." Well, I'm just like, crap, what the heck? What does this mean? So, you know, there's a lot of guilt being a working mother, and especially a working mother with the hairspray, the wigs, you know, like there's just a lot of guilt with that. So I went, my husband was out, you know, doing it, you know, he's my manager, you know, getting prepared. So I said, I'll go to Parents' Day. Honey, he picked a dress out for me. I was in a tight slip dress. He wanted me to wear heels, but I decided to wear my Keds. And I'm sucking my teeth the whole time while going there with a phony smile. When we get up there, I'm the first one in the lake, in the canoe with him. We're rowing and splashing. I got the wig going, the dress, and it was a really fun day. And then, of course, every weekend is full of the Run's House marathons. Don't you love that, family? Love you. The Run's House marathons. I saw the new Brooke Hogan show last night on VH1. She'll be here later on in the week. And Brooke is ready to spill the tea, so I'm really looking forward to that. Also, aren't these nice? Somebody sent these to me. I have to get all my notes and stuff together. Today, for the premiere day, you know, I was just, And for the Bigfoot girls, never let it be said that we can't buy good shoes. These are 12s, and my foot is a wide, and they're fitting, and they're not hurting at all. So, you know. Anyway, we'll talk about all that stuff. My mom and dad came to town from Miami. So, hi, Mom. Hi, Daddy. How you doing? And, to the staff, I picked up 2 of the wrong size bras yesterday at Target. So, whoever wears a 34C, let me know, and I'll give them to you. And, you know, that's my weekend in a nutshell. But when I woke up this morning on the commute in, you know what I mean? I saw the Barack Obama New York Magazine. Did you guys see that? Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, they have them as terrorists on the cover of The New Yorker. And there's the picture. Okay, you see Michelle's got the gun over her shoulder. There is, what's his name? Who was that? I can't think. Bin Laden, yes, thank you. The American flag is in the fireplace, and Barack is dressed in the garb. And, you know, they are really going hard at the Obamas. Hi, lady in the audience. You say what?
Hi, I'm Sansa Ray from New Jersey, and I say the only thing that's right about that cartoon is that it's in the White House. Thank you.
Wow. So a couple of other things happened this weekend. Brad and Angie, my bangs, you know what? My hair is so hard in the front. I swear, it's like you know what? TV hair is so different from real life hair. Anybody who's ever seen me like at a party or in the street, you know my hair is just like pow. But you know, it's high def TV or whatever, you know, it's a whole different world, and I'm not used to being so tamed. You know I'm a free spirit. I love it in my eye in real life, but maybe it's not working for TV, I don't know. But look. All right, Brad and Angie had the twins. Now, I hear that each baby is, hello.
How you doing?
How you doing? baby is doing $20 million apiece, $40 million for these kids. I can't tell whether I'm hating on that and them or whether it's just a gross amount of BS when gas is $5 a gallon and heating and energy costs are up and jobs are at a loss and all that other stuff. You say what, boys?
We just don't care that much. It's not that interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't hear anything about their movies anymore. It's just all their babies and...
Right, one comment. Put that where?
Back there. Hey. Well, and on that note, I'm going to explain what that is. So Vivica Fox, I do radio by trade, and I've been on for quite some time. So I'm based out of New York, and I'm syndicated, and the audience, you'll learn. Listen, put that where back there. That was Vivica Fox defense line to the whole 50 Cent Vivica thing. A couple of other phrases that you need to know, because we're all new to each other at this particular point. How you doing? And you have to say it like a drag queen. How you doing? Or just say it regular, but just make sure you just don't say, like, how you doing? No. And that is, first of all, the official greeting of the Wendy. And sometimes it has gay implications, in which case the boys, so that, you know, and they said it back. And you respond by saying, all right, yes. And many people are here in the audience today or watching because they are friends in my head, and I'm a friend in your head. This is probably where, you guys. Now, I'm going to explain to you what a friend in your head is. A friend in your head is somebody who is a celebrity or a famous person, could be a politician, whatever, who you've never really met or you've never met at all. But you know, if you got time to really, you know, mash it up with the person, that you guys would be like Ace Boone Coons. And you often find yourself referencing that person in your head. It doesn't make you crazy. Maybe a little bit. Okay, let me tell you my friends in my head, because we drink white wine, we laugh, we kick it. All right, John Legend. He's a friend in my head. We're just ordinary people. Hi, John. And he's so sophisticated. And Heather Locklear. And the reason that Heather is a friend in my head is because, first of all, I've always respected her grind. Oh, and Vanessa Williams. I did it out of order. Vanessa, because we grew up in similar backgrounds. Hi, Mrs. Williams. Mrs. Williams, her mom, and her dad passed away, but her mom, her brother, I love them all. Vanessa and I grew up in similar backgrounds. While she was going through the Miss America thing, I was just starting college, but I identified with her in some kind of way. Until that Playboy thing, Ness. How was you doing? But, and then Heather Locklear is a friend in my head because I remember her from T.J. Hooker and Dynasty. And do you know all that time was she, you know, the blonde and the hairspray and stuff? She was supposedly buying up strip malls, so she was a smart cookie back then. She was using her thing to get her life set, and then she was pregnant with Ava, and I was pregnant at the same time, and I had a 5-month miscarriage. I've had a few miscarriages, but I had a 5-month miscarriage. She went on to have Ava. So whenever I look at Ava, I say, you know, wow, you know, I have one like that in the crossroads. But anyway, so those are my friends in my head, and then I have big sisters in my head, and my big sisters in my head are my real life big sister, my Wanda. What order do we have them? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off. What are they singing on TV? Oh, that's my Wanda. That's my friend in my head. She's the conservative one of the Cosby sisters, and I'm the Lisa Bonet. That's my Wanda. Okay, my other friend in my head is Natalie Cole. We have similar pasts. We were both, you know, out there for a moment, you know, doing wild things with the cocktails and, you know, whatnot. And we're both normal now, but yep. And then Oprah, the big O. And those three roll up on me, Heather, and John, and all of a sudden the party's over because they think they know it all. Okay, that's it. So that's a little explanation, and I'm glad that you're here. All right. What else? Oh, and there's the truth booth. And I've talked about that a lot. Can I get up? Look, I don't want to mess up the camera shot. Ugh. Okay, look. How you doing, Mary? Mary's having an affair with 2 men. She's been with one for 4 years, 1 year and one for 4 months. So we'll explain her conundrum, but this is the truth booth. You can see, you can't tell who she is, and that's during the Ask Wendy portion of the show. So the lineup of the show today is terrific. Who watches Desperate Housewives? Me too. You know, Mike the plumber, sexy, married to Susan, Terry Hatcher. You remember the last, 3 minutes of the last episode of last season? Do you remember? Does anybody remember? What happens to Mike Delfino? Well, Mike Delfino, a.k.a. James Denton, is here. So you guys, keep it right here. Are we taking a break right now? I've talked my way through the whole first segment. Well, crap, this is a cakewalk. I appreciate you being here. We'll be back with more Wendy and James Denton next. Woo! Honey, I am a mess with this dress. You know why? It's so sexy, but it opens like this, and my cellulite starts right about here, like many of us. You know what I mean? But now it's TV. I just got to let it go. I'm going to be 44 on Friday. Ooh. Okay. For those of you who may not know, I'm a huge fan of the show Desperate Housewives. So I'm really excited about my next guest. So much has happened this season, and I need to find out what's going on between Mike and Susan. Please welcome our very first guest on the premiere show of the Wendy Williams Show, the handsome, the talented James Denton. Wow.
So excited.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Would you like me here?
Yes.
Great.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're the first guest. How does this look on the camera shot? Do we need to be closer?
I think so.
I mean, you know.
I'll do the whole thing.
Yeah. Look, you really are. I understand. Well, I'm going to be 44 on Friday. You're 44 already.
44 never looks so good.
Isn't this a great age?
I've been 44, yeah.
Yes.
I'm 45.
Yeah.
It is a good age, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not as stupid as I was in my 30s.
But you know what? You're still young enough to rock out at the clubs. You're in a rock band or you play guitar.
Yeah, it's really
I saw
fun.
the pictures.
Yeah, with Hugh Laurie and Terry Hatcher and Greg Grunberg from Heroes.
Yeah.
We have a charity band, and it's been real rewarding.
I
We've
love it.
Raised a bunch of money for charity, and we get to pretend to be rock stars.
And you played baseball yesterday. You're really into baseball.
In Yankee Stadium. I got booed out of Yankee Stadium. It was pretty exciting. I was pitching, and the last hitter was Wade Boggs, who used to play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
And he had already hit a home run, and it was a really close game. And so my team wanted me to walk him. They said, "Don't pitch to him." So I walked him, and they just booed me out of the stadium.
Wow.
But it's kind of fun. It's an honor to get booed out of Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, and you raised money for charity a lot.
We
I
did,
understand
yeah.
a lot of celebrities were out there, Chris Rock and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. There was a really Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg turned a double play. It was a ground ball to Whoopi, and she flipped it to Billy, and they were slick. Yeah.
Wow.
Spike Lee played, and Chris Rock. It was fun.
Good for them. Good for you. So look, about Mike and Susan and Desperate Housewives, I need to know just a little, whatever you can tell me. The season premiere is in September. Mm-hmm. You don't have the exact date.
Yeah, it's usually the second or third week.
Second or third week, ABC. It's because that's my must-see TV, and many of you all too,
thanks.
right?
Cool.
And
Thank
so the last 3 minutes of the last episode of last season, Susan comes in. She's with a different man.
What's up with that? I know. I got the script, and I was like, "What?" And I picked up the phone and called Mark Cherry.
Yeah.
And I said, should I be worried?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's one thing with TV. They do things like that, and the next thing you know, you're not invited back, but you're invited back because you guys have been filming throughout the summer.
Yeah. Well, we got a pretty reasonable hiatus. We went back last week, but we are back. But we've only been back for about 6 or 7 days, and all I've shot is flashbacks. So he's being really cagey, and Terry and I always ask him not to tell us what's going to happen,
Yes.
then we don't have to lie, in interviews. So we really don't know, and he's not saying much, and I haven't shot anything that's present day. So I'm starting to wonder,
Yeah.
I know I'm back because they have to pay me, but
Yes.
but all we've shot is the flashbacks, to tell you what happened in that 5 years that we've jumped ahead.
Have you gained any weight during the summer? I can't tell. I'm just meeting
I
you.
did.
Terrific.
I absolutely did. Yeah. Well, thanks. No, I gained in the strike. It was in the winter, 4 months, November to March, and I put on some strike weight.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of it.
And now, who tells you to get rid of it? Is it Cherry? Is it who does?
They don't come right out and tell you, but they'll let you know. They give you a heads up when the script is coming, where Delfino's working in the yard with his shirt off or whatever. They're like, just so you know, in 2 episodes, so you can take the hint.
Yes.
You're gonna have to take your shirt off. So then you starve yourself and go to the gym and do the best you can at 45.
Yeah. Well, look. Every day's a struggle, but this is what it looks like, and it looks pretty great. Listen,
That's nice of you.
what do you do? What do you do between your, what do you call it, when you're shooting your part?
Hiatus between or during the, between scenes?
Yes, that's it.
Oh. Well, just, you kind of hang out in your trailer and, just be thankful that you've got such a great job. But we had some, last year when I was in the coma.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was,
right.
you remember that. Yeah, well, for 4 episodes. I kept falling asleep on the set. And so Terry would have to kick the bed to wake me up, and she and Grace Scott would be having a scene across my body, and suddenly you would hear, on the microphones.
Wow.
But I was in a coma for 5 weeks,
Yeah.
so you get kind of bored, but that's a pretty good gig.
Now you get the same money when you just lay
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
so now you're married and you have children.
Yeah, 3 and 5.
Now,
They're
how many years have
fantastic.
you been married?
About 7.
Good for you.
I should know exactly, shouldn't I?
Now, yeah, that is good.
No, it's been great.
So is it
So
safe
lucky.
to assume that your kids or one of them are Little League or some sort?
They're really athletic. My wife's a trainer. And
Yeah.
She's great.
Oh,
she gets them in she
pressure.
works them hard after dinner. We get out and play ball or something.
Yeah.
She's amazing like that.
Yeah.
But my son's a little brainiac. He's not an athlete, which is I know they'll serve him better in the end.
Yeah.
But he's hysterical. He just turned 5, but he was 4 years old. A month ago, and I'm in the kitchen after breakfast, and he says, "Dad, can we see the Indiana Jones movie?" And I said, "It's PG-13. I'm not sure."
Does
And
your
he's-
wife walk around naked in front of him? No, I'm just asking that because kids, I've noticed this. We have a 7-year-old, but I just know that I had to start. No, I'm just saying. No, listen. They grow fast. Like
You're right.
By
And so they have
3,
questions?
I was in the bathtub with a bathing suit on with him.
Yeah.
By the day after that, I said no more.
Yeah, we tried to be, you want to educate them and be open. But yeah,
Yes.
there's a point where they start pointing and asking questions. It's just creepy.
And now,
So we'll talk, but we don't have to show and tell,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
Now, does he bang on the door and say, "Get off my mommy"? I mean, Listen, do you have children? You won't know what I'm talking about. The kids,
We try not to let him know that I'm on mommy.
Yeah.
If we can help it. We try to got to be a little more discreet.
How
So no, he's never said those words exactly, but I'm sure
It's
it's
coming.
a matter of time.
it's
yeah.
it's coming.
Is it?
So listen, trust me.
Glad I got that to look forward to.
So how do the women on the set get along? And I know you're not going to say anything horrible, but I'm reading your body language. I'm good at this. Go. Go.
It's like any other. Shall I be funny or be honest? It's like any other workplace. It's like everybody. Some are really great friends.
Yes.
Some are, don't get along quite as well, just like the guys.
Yeah.
So there's really not a lot of fun drama. The first year there was a Vanity Fair shoot, and most of that I think was them trying to capitalize on this huge success of the show. We were
Right.
all in our 40s.
Yeah.
You don't get many opportunities.
Right.
So I think a lot of that stuff was about agents and publicists and managers trying to position them, and then that kind of seeped into the cast. But honestly, in the last year and a half, it's been great. So, no, unfortunately, I don't have any big drama.
Well,
But that's good.
we'll talk. No, I didn't.
At least not while the red
anything.
light's on.
Yeah, but listen, and what you might not know is that this is James' first big acting job, right?
Well, it's not as big as Housewives. Yeah, I've been knocking around for a while.
Yeah.
But when you get on a show that's the #1 show on TV, it's like
A steady paycheck?
It's amazing. Yeah, especially I'm a theater guy, so I never thought I'd make any money acting, and then
Yeah.
you stumble into this and just enjoy it. Yeah.
It's wonderful. Have
great.
there ever been any talks about taking it to the big screen?
Never heard it, but after the Sex and the City thing,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
That was huge.
Huge. Yeah, they're going to do another one, right?
That was
So
really
yeah,
huge.
that'd be great.
So you're a
Call
sex
somebody.
symbol. We
Yeah,
can
make
make
a call.
that happen.
I'm
Just
so
let us
happy.
Get past the 6
I'm so
weeks.
happy to be your first guest.
Yeah.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Well,
Pretty exciting.
hopefully there'll be many more visits from you because
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives has several more seasons, and I really do appreciate you being here. Don't forget,
thank
the
you.
new season of Desperate Housewives returns this fall on ABC. I can't thank you enough for being here,
Thank you.
James. I
Been
understand
great.
your real friends call you Jamie.
Yeah.
Then I'll call you Jamie
From
too.
now on, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Keep it here. The Scandalous Truth Booth next. Yeah. Woo! How I'm doing. Shout it out. Welcome back. It's time for, I love Ask Wendy, okay? Ask Wendy is wonderful. And we also have the scandalous Truth Booth. In the Truth Booth, we have Mary. Mary, how you doing?
Fine, Wendy. I can't wait
All right.
to speak to you.
All right, well, look. Mary,
Yes.
we're going to get to you in a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going back to my seat.
Oh.
I can't sit. You know how, like, I just can't sit. I got to sit, stand, and everything. Hello, Miss Missy. How are you today?
Good. My name is Dulce, and I'm from New Jersey.
Nice to have you here. Dulce?
Yes.
Okay, you have a question?
I do. I want to know after I'm going to be married 7 years in September.
Okay.
And I want to know how you keep things interesting and fun after 7 years of marriage.
Did you see the last segment?
Yeah.
Costumes are one. You know what? I've been married for 10 years, and I will say there's no rhyme or reason. Everybody's marriage is different, but for me, you know, my husband and I work together. You know, I'm the product, he's the manager. We are a family business, and so therefore, it's more than just "Hi, honey, I'm home." It's "Hi, honey, I'm home," a kiss. Then, you know, we got these papers. You know, I looked him over or whatever. I mean, it's business, and he's smart. And I'm smart. And I leave the attitude, because I can have a big bossy mouth, leave the attitude at the door and come home. When it's time to be Wendy Hunter, I'm that girl. But when it's time to be Wendy Williams, I'm that girl too. So, and he's my best friend. You know, I mean, you have to be friends. And sex is very important. Sex is overrated, but you've got to have it. And you've got to maintain the sexy. Keep your nails done, your waist tight. And you don't just do that for you. You do that for him, too. He needs to stay sexy also. There is nothing like, to me, a sexy couple. Like Will and Jada. Say what you want, but they've been married for 10 years. And they got those kids, but they keep that thing going. You know what I mean? Okay. Can I take one more, or do I have to go right to the Truth Booth? A quick Truth Booth? Okay. Hang on, woman. I like your outfit. You know what? Just stand and be seen, because you look really nice. Okay, look. Am I getting in the way of the camera shot? Okay, look. Mary?
Yes, Wendy.
All right, here's Mary. Mary's in the Truth Booth. Mary's been with her boyfriend for 1 year. Her boyfriend is great in bed, right?
Yes. No, not great. Good.
All right. Excuse me. The boyfriend of 1 year is good in bed. The boyfriend of 1 year is also kind of a freeloader, right, Mare?
Yes.
All right, tell your story and then tell about the other guy, and then we'll help you out. I'm going back to my seat, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. The first guy, I'm really in love with him. I love him to death. He's a great guy. But we've been together a year, and he's only spent money on one dinner. I spend at least $100 a week on him, and that doesn't include gas and chauffeur him around.
Okay.
Okay?
And is that because he's just cheap, or because he doesn't have a good job that makes ample money?
I really don't know, because he has money at times, and like the 1st and the 15th, and then after that,
Okay.
I don't know where the money goes.
Now, how old are you?
25.
And how old is he?
He's 27.
Okay, all right. And you want to get married one day?
Yes.
Do you have kids?
No.
Does he have kids?
He has one.
Okay, how old is that one?
She's 3.
Okay, you see where the money goes. All right. I see where the money goes, man. All right, tell us about this guy you've been seeing for 4 months.
Okay, the second guy is also a sweetheart. He's bigger and better than the first guy.
Oh, okay.
And
So he's got the package, he just doesn't know how to work it.
no, he knows how to work it.
Oh, okay.
He has the money. He spends at least $300 a week on dinners.
So the sex is better and the princess treatment is better.
Yes, but it's only been 4 months. You know, the beginning is always the best.
Okay.
So I'm scared to jump, out of the pot and right into the fire. I don't know about him.
I don't know. I mean, all right. So what's your question today?
What should I do? Should I leave the year relationship and have fun with the 4 months?
Okay, everybody in the audience is nodding. We're going to take audience questions and comments to Mary in just a moment. But I must tell you something. I think you need to leave. And the reason why is because women, we don't always have to be in relationships. Let go of this guy who you've been with for a year. You've spent more money, and plus, you don't have any children. You're 25. You don't need to be with a guy with kids when you're just 25 years old, And as far as the new guy, have a good time with him. If you don't fall in love with him, then jump to the next one, too. This is what being young is about. It's about kissing frogs. I didn't say sleeping with. You got to kiss many frogs before you find your Prince Charming, because trust me, honey, as an OG who's married for 10 years, when you get married, it's really done, you know, as far as that. So kiss and do and twirl and prance. More with Mary in the Truth Booth and the audience and the comments next on Wendy. Keep it here. Give it a work studio audience. Welcome back. Today is the premiere of the Wendy Williams Show. And so far, so good, you guys? Okay, good. I'm having fun. All right, so we've been talking with Mary in the Truth Booth, and Mary has been dating two guys, one for 1 year, who happens to have a 3-year-old, and one for 4 months. The first guy she's in love with, but he's cheap, and she's tired of supporting him. And the first guy has also become, Mary feels, a liability. The second guy has a good job and it's lots of fun. His package is bigger than the first guy, but Mary doesn't love this second guy, but then again, she's only been with him for 4 months. So Mary's question today is, should she leave the first guy to be with the second guy? And now, audience, you say what?
Yes. Not to be with the next guy.
Wait, just leave him. Just leave both of them. I say just leave both of them.
Why?
Well, maybe, wait, no, hold on there. This woman right here with the legs and the outfit, done. She wants to be heard. Go ahead. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Angie from Philadelphia.
All right. Hi, Angie. Thank you for coming.
Mary, I'm 40 years old, been married almost 20 years. You're not married to either one. Why do you have to make up your mind right now? If I could go back,
You would have kissed more frogs.
I would do them both.
So keep them both.
Often.
So keep them both.
But
Often, Mary.
here's your problem, Mary. Mary, you're a bit of a sucker, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because you've been with this guy for a year, the first guy, and he's only taken you for dinner once. You've allowed him to walk over you. What you're supposed to do, as my friend Vivica Fox, we're referencing her again. Viv, you better be on the show soon. How you doing? Vivica Fox calls this a drive-by, and I love that phrase, so I've taken it and run with it. You need to drive by on the first guy. Stop spending time for dinner and everything. Girls, learn how to treat men the way men treat women. Because, like you just said, when it's over, and we know this.
But
All
he's
right.
really nice, though, Wendy.
Stop being a sucker, Mary. You know, take it from me and the crowd and everybody. Leave the first guy and be with the second guy, or be with both, but have your heart's not in either. Or, all right, who says
So which
both?
one is it, both?
Okay. The point is that you don't have to choose. You're 25. You're beautiful. Don't be a donkey. That's like a stupid person. All right. Love you, Mary. You take care of yourself,
Love
okay?
you too, Wendy. Thank you.
All right. Keep it here. More coming up on Wendy.